working. Look at you. I'm proud of you,
Right.
man.
All right, let me grab my other phone quick, just because if we do the email,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like
The what? Oh
the
yeah, 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 yeah.
100% email. All right, buddy. There you go.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Is my
both good.
beard too short?
Say it again.
My beard too short,
Oh, I just noticed it now.
buddy.
Did you clip too much?
I feel like I clipped too much. What do you think?
We'll talk about it then.
I got a big piece, and then I was like, fuck, now I gotta even it out. It's the smallest it's been in like a while.
Ever since I met you,
Yeah, for sure. You see it, right?
that now that you said it, I
Now
actually
I said it.
it's
Yeah,
gl-
yeah.
it's right there. It's
Right there, yeah.
I think my beard is longer than yours now.
Fuck, it might be. It's close, anyways. It's close. That's humiliating.
That's
Fucking
fine.
Doug's gonna have a fuller beard than me.
I
If I
know.
fucking
I
start
think
that
I
again.
think Doug is actually yeah. I think Doug actually is beating you out right now.
I think he is. I think he's out bearding me.
No, that's fine. We just started recording right away, so this is what
Oh,
we were.
we're recording?
Yeah, so we're recording. So we're just gonna like get into it right away. This is like the first time you and I are doing an episode when we're not like together in the same room. We managed to record during the pandemic when we were together. Like
Yeah, we broke every rule
we
in
broke
the
every rule,
pandemic.
but now that things
But
are opening up, we're like we're gonna go the opposite way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now no, you just got busy, right? You got like
Yeah, man, I got busy this weekend. It's
work
like just been,
stuff.
yeah, it's just been crazy,
Like
just
crazy.
doing, yeah,
Yeah.
work and projects and stuff like that. So unfortunately, I couldn't come over, even though you and I live like 5 minutes apart from each
Yeah,
other.
hey, if you're swamped, you're swamped. I get it. I got
Yeah,
like, I wanted to do it. I would have loved to have just done it tomorrow, but like got my dad coming over and my brother and like,
yeah. Father's
yeah.
Day is
So,
this weekend.
well, that's why we're doing this, but he's also gonna like take a look at. He said he had some ideas for my fence, so we're gonna fix that up a little bit and like
That's
take a pressure washer to it and
it's
shit.
the most dad sentence ever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That I have some
I
ideas for like, how to make your fence better. Yeah, it's very true.
do you think he's gonna notice the beard though?
Oh yeah, like when's the last? I haven't seen my dad for a few months, right? 'Cause everything he's in his 60s and
Yeah,
he's like got like Hamilton had really high cases for a while, so yeah, I wasn't seeing my dad all the time. Like I haven't seen my dad since the winter, and it was definitely a lot longer in the winter. So yeah, he's gonna notice, I think.
yeah, I'm sure though he would probably be happy though with it, right? Like he'll probably want you to like kind of shorten it because he's not a rocking a beard himself.
He doesn't rock a beard. No, he's got like the long hair, but he doesn't have a beard.
It's clean.
He used to give me shit for it, but then my uncles would be like, he just gives you shit for it because he can't grow one. And I was like, oh, that's funny. That's funny. So after they told me that and I teased him about that, he kind of laid off me about the beard.
He's like shave the beard. Well, you grow one first,
You
and
grow one first, and then I'll shave mine. We'll switch. The other thing about my dad is like, I think you know this, but people that listen wouldn't maybe know this. He's not my biological father, but I've known him since I was 2.
yeah, you've been
And
friends
even
for a
after
while.
him and my mom got divorced, he took me every other week, and like it just like always was in my life, right?
Yeah,
But the thing with that is different genetics. I'm a lot taller than my dad,
yeah,
and my
yes,
dad hates that.
yeah. He's
He
not.
No, he hates it. Like to the point where like when he was at my wedding and we're doing wedding pictures and he's with me and if we were beside each other, he'd be like, "You have to crouch down."
What?
He he makes me crouch down in pictures. He makes me like buckle my knees so we look like we're the same height.
So
It
this.
really bothers him.
Oh, so this thing runs really deep, huh?
It bothers him. Yeah, yeah. And I guess I get it. Like I think that shorter guys do get like ripped on sometimes. But
Hmm.
I'm like, I'm your son now. I'm not like a guy your age. We're not competing
Yeah,
for
I'm not trying to steal your
girls.
girlfriend
We're
here.
not, yeah. I'm not just towering over you trying to take your girl or calling you a dwarf in front of like women you like.
He's trying to humiliate you in front of your wife so she can
Yeah,
leave
like I'm
you
taking his
for him.
teeth and I'm holding him over his head and shit. Like I'm not doing that. I used to do that to my Uncle Ray. Like even when I was in high school, he's really short, my Uncle Ray. That whole family's short though. But the funny thing is, like, I'm like maybe a little over average. I'm not a giant by any means, like you
Mm.
know.
Yeah, like I
I'm
very
like,
know.
I'm like 6'1", 6'3" in heels. Like, whatever, you know what I mean? But to the Allen family, they talk to me like I'm a giant. Like they like my grandparents
They
always
look
made jokes.
up
When I
like
was
that.
short.
Like,
Oh yeah, my grandparents would look up at me and be like, "Come down here, give us a hug," and like I was just this big freak, this big monster to this whole
I'm
family.
just
They're really
picturing.
sweet.
I'm just picturing that their head is like to here, but they're
Oh yeah,
exaggerating.
yeah.
Like they're like
And they're
just
like, look at you up there, King Kong. And I'm like,
look
oh, come
all
on.
look all of this walking
Yeah.
around. I
I'm
mean,
picking them up and I'm holding them to me and kissing them on their cheeks.
you're
And
just holding their favorite oatmeal up in the air, so when they misbehave.
just, come get it, Grandma and Grandpa. Yeah, just waving it around. But yeah, so yeah, it's not like I'm super tall, but my one half of my family is like dwarfs.
And they're not
So
happy about it, apparently.
My dad's my dad. It's not like my dad's like, oh fuck you, and has like short guy syndrome or super aggressive.
It
But
seems
yeah,
like he's getting you to crouch in your wedding day, like Jesus.
in pictures, in
Oh
pictures,
my
and we're
God.
beside each other. He's like, I can't have you towering over me. He's like, you
That's
gotta crouch down.
it's a problem. Like when he met you when you were two, where did he think this was gonna happen? Did he
And I
think that
was
you were
his, yeah, that's the problem. Like I
did
was
he
his height then.
did he
So
think
like,
I was gonna
he
say
must have known this was coming.
did he think that you were gonna stay that high forever? Like
I imagine he did. He probably did.
from between 5 to
So
21, you're not gonna grow at all. Just stay the
he's
way
like,
you
no,
are.
this is the cutoff for
This
this
is
guy.
it's impossible. Nobody can grow that
When he
much short.
met me, he's like, I'll take pictures with this guy all the time. This is fantastic. You know what I mean?
The whole relationship hinges on
And
him.
the whole relationship was based on that. That's why
Oh,
they got divorced when I was 8, so I was still shorter than him. That's I was still shorter than him. That's probably why he took me every other weekend because he's like, well, I can still deal with this guy. He's shorter than me.
He
If
also
they got
got
divorced when I was in high school, he wouldn't have seen me. He would have been like, I'm done.
no. He probably would have divorced her twice. Like God, he is like
Got back together
it's
with her
and then just divorce
and
her again.
again.
Just wanted to he
Yeah.
wanted to make sure. That's all. I love how like the fact that the only reason that he married your mom to begin with was the fact that it was hinging on he can actually take adequate pictures with you.
Pictures with the boy
And then that fell
that he
apart.
just
It's like
met. Yeah.
he's like, well, I guess
That
I made a commitment to raise him, so I might as well.
yeah. So then he's like, well, fuck, I'm in it now.
Well,
You
I
know what
mean,
I
it might
mean?
as well.
So I might as
So,
well keep going with this.
I have the opposite issue actually of you. Like everybody in my family is like around like 5'11" to maybe like 6'1". So
Well, you're like my height though. You're like
yeah,
6'4",
well,
6'5".
yeah, but like my dad is like just about the same height as me. He might be like a
Right.
half an inch taller, but that's also
If
an
my
issue.
dad saw you two together,
It'll be an
he'd be like,
issue.
"Why can't we have what they have?"
It's just like
He'd shame me.
you
He'd be
see.
like, "Why can't you be more like that boy?" I'm like, "Actually, I'm his height. Why can't you be more like his dad?"
You're like, if you call me more, this is who we would be.
Maybe, yeah, maybe I'd be as tall as you.
Go
Like,
ask him how many times he calls his dad. I'm like, I guess not as many. Trust me. It's just oh, no, it's so no height. The height issue. I was always more nervous because my dad was, he was like somewhat of a tall guy, and I was always worried that I was never gonna catch up to him.
oh, yeah, you were never gonna match
I
his
was
height.
just have that fear, right? To just like,
Right.
oh my god, am
That's
I gonna?
probably a thing in families that you'd
Mm,
worry about. Like, fuck, am I gonna even be as tall as my dad and
yeah,
actually be like the new man in the family or whatever?
because that's really what it is. Like once you get the height of your dad, you don't have to brush your
No,
teeth
I
anymore.
have all the power now.
Yeah,
I'm in control. I
yeah,
actually pay his bills. I'm actually
exactly. I
it's
don't have
mine
to.
on the mortgage. I just let him live there.
Exactly. I don't have to take a shower anymore.
No, I don't do anything.
And you get to clean my laundry too at the same time.
That's why he's coming over. He's working for me. You know what I mean? Around
Giving you
Father's
ideas of fences, even though you're gonna apply them because you're as
because I
he's
have the
not.
proper height so people don't see over it. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right too. So
Well, you know what? Well, happy Father's Day to him and to all the fathers out
yeah.
there. I don't know. It feels like a useless holiday. I don't know why we have it, to be honest. I feel
Like
like
why we have dads.
well, just in
Well,
dads in general. No, no, I
yeah,
like
dads in general could just
what do you do on Father's Day, to be honest? It's like
like I'm having them over for a barbecue.
that's it.
You know, you cook them a burger and you give them a wallet or a belt or fucking. Dads are so hard to buy for too, dude. Do you get your dad anything?
No, he's not here.
What are you gonna get your dad?
He's not
Like,
here
what
with
did you
us.
give him other years? I know he's not here.
Uh
He ran away from you at 29. He's like, now's my chance to escape.
he's not
Going
here
to the
with us.
store to get smoked. He's like, in Olympia.
It's like, but
And he
you
took
said you
off.
quit 5 months ago. No, I usually like kind of like he's one of those people that generally doesn't like gifts at all. Like he doesn't ask for anything at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No, my dad doesn't ask for stuff either, but you want
no,
to do something.
no, what we usually do is we get him like a nice cake, like because
Yeah,
he's also not like a big cake guy. He doesn't like cakes either. But we get him. It's like he's impossible. So we get him
yeah,
a cake,
yeah.
and then we kind of like take him to like a restaurant that he likes to go, which is like
Sure.
two or three restaurants. They're the same
Right.
ones. We just rotate them every other year.
Yeah, yeah.
But for the most part, like he's like very, and I'm kind of like the same way too. Even for my birthday, I don't like, I'm just happy with somebody
So,
saying happy birthday. That's it.
and the older you get, it's not like you don't like stuff anymore,
Yes,
but
yes, it's
your
on that.
stuff becomes like it becomes too expensive because it's like adult shit
Yeah.
now. So then instead, what you do is you go, no, I don't need anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because really, what
Mm-hmm.
my dad would like is like a boat or a new car or
Yeah.
like, but I can't do that.
Yeah, you
Nobody's
just get
in that position.
yeah, the car money you already spent. You got yourself your
I
own
got
car.
myself a new car. Yes,
Well,
I
yeah, we'll
did.
talk about that later. But
All
yeah,
right.
so yeah, no, you're right. You either have whatever you need,
Need,
or the things
yeah.
that you do really like crave or want are
Or just like
expensive.
something like you're working towards and it's going to take you a long time.
Yes,
Like
yes.
Joanna will be like, "What do you want for your birthday?" You probably want some nice new camera, but it's like you're not going to put that on her. You're
I
gonna be like,
wish.
you're gonna like maybe a shirt. I don't fucking know. And
Yeah.
then she's gonna be like, oh, this guy's brutal. You know what I
just like
mean?
just splurge a little bit. Treat me
But
better. Treat me nice. What? Yeah, I think that's what dads should do. Like do the who's the name of the woman that sang Janet Jackson? What have you done for me lately?
what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, that's
If
what.
my dad ever said that to me, we're done. If anybody ever said that to me, we're done.
But it's even creepier when it comes from like
It's
a
so much
dad.
cleaner if it's your dad.
That's like nothing really. What have you
Yeah,
done too?
we're done. Did you ever see that post? There was this post. It was going around. This was like a long time ago about like appreciating your dad and his hard work and stuff like that. And it was like, I don't know how it starts, but this guy pretty much he wants something from his dad or needs to learn to appreciate his dad more. And somebody tells him, he goes, you have to go up to your dad and ask him to wash, if you can wash his hands, like for him. And then he's washing his dad's hands and he's feeling the calluses and all the years of hard work and all the sacrifice and the brittle bones from years of like in a factory, whatever else. And all I'm thinking is like, my dad was a working class guy. If I ever in a million years was like, Father, may I wash your hands? He just never speak to me again.
He's like, I don't care if you're taller than me,
Yeah, I
shorter
don't care.
than
We're
me.
done.
This
He's
is
like, I
be
can go kick your ass.
this is beyond inappropriate. I also feel like
Ridiculous.
what facial expression are you supposed to have when you're touching your dad's like hands?
Yeah,
Like, do you
I think
smile? Do you look sad? Like,
I
what
don't
do you?
even know because it's like, should you close your eyes
That's
or does that make you seem into it? You know what I mean?
That's like some
There was a
some stepdad porno right there.
right? Like what's going on there? There's a picture of Manolis kissing there's a picture of Manolis kissing Ben Risman. It's just a joke or something, right? They just kiss on the lips like funny guys
Yeah,
kissing, right?
yeah, whatever, yeah.
But Manolis has his eyes closed in the picture, and I'm like, why are your eyes closed? But then I thought about it and I was like, is it better to have your eyes closed and look like you're into it, or is it better to be staring at a guy from like this far away
Yeah,
while you're kissing him?
your choices are either embrace being gay or you look creepy, and I think
Yeah,
nowadays it's much easier to be gay, so I would go with
yeah.
that.
It's easier to be gay than creepy nowadays.
Absolutely, I would close those
Yeah,
puppy down. I would close them. I
you
would
can also
close.
just not kiss your guy friend.
I mean, listen,
We've
that
never
it
done it.
says you,
Like,
but it says you, but but like if you had hot friends, hot guy friends like me, you wouldn't say that.
right? Oh, we're not friends.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to kiss you.
I've
You're
had
not.
plenty of opportunities to kiss you, and maybe you're not so hot. Okay,
I'm saying that I've tried
you've
to
been
kiss you.
around. We sat on that couch.
I've tried to kiss you, but it's either fucking Chewy or Katie. It's like everybody's cock blocking me over there.
Yeah, everybody's getting in the way. What have you been up to this week, Fatty? What's going on?
Oh, my friend, just been okay. So I actually something fucking so stupid happened to me, and I really was looking forward to do this just to tell you this story. Um, so this weekend, the second weekend, we're working on the. I don't want to say it's a secret project to make it sound like a big deal or
No,
anything
it's a
like that.
top secret project. It may or may not include Kanye West. I don't know. I'm not saying it does. I'm just not saying it doesn't. You know
Let's
what I'm
just
saying?
say Kim Jong Un is has
Very
changed.
excited.
He's a fun guy to be around. He's good at golf. I'll say that. He's good at
He
golf.
lives for this. He lives for this.
It's been a lot. But
Remember when we thought he was dead
say,
for a minute?
say it again.
Remember when we thought he was dead for like a minute?
I think he dies every 3 years, and then
I
he
guess
shows.
it's true though, right?
He
Kind of
shows
like
up.
me. It just arches
But
up.
everybody's like, but he's the only dictator that you would think like he died of diabetes, not assassination. Like it's
No,
definitely.
no, for sure. You just think it's like, yeah, normal health problem. You're like, yeah, you're just kind of unhealthy
he
looking.
just he just slept on his belly for too long. He can't do it.
But anyways,
So,
you working on your top
yeah,
secret
so we're working this top secret project, North Korea, and what happened was we were finishing in the same day. We finished the first part of the project that day, and then we were on our way to go to the second location. And I was driving a friend of ours, Greg Lenko, and we were on the way to the location. I told him, "Man, I'm feeling tired. I think I'm gonna go get a coffee if you want one." And so we went through Tim Hortons drive-through. Very simple order. My coffee, his coffee. Order it. I was
Right.
gonna go to the window, pay, boom, done, coffee.
Yeah.
I get up to, very simple. I get to the window. The guy comes out. The guy that's working there. He goes, "The car in front of you paid for your order." And
Nice.
this is the first time that's ever happened to me.
Okay.
And apparently, my coffee ordering process is so fragile that if you add a new element to it that I'm not used to, my whole brain just shuts down. Because as soon as he says, "The guy in front of you paid for it," I said to him, "Thank you," and I just drove away without getting my coffee for some reason.
No. No. And you're with Greg? So what did you do? Did you hit reverse? Did you?
Well, wait a second. So I drive, and I felt like, man, there was something missing here. I don't know what's going on. I need to say thank you.
Greg didn't say anything?
Well, Greg was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" It was actually no, sorry. I think Greg was so shocked that he needed some time to process what I was
Sure.
doing
Okay.
because he was
Okay.
like, "What the fuck is happening?" And I felt like, okay, in my head, I was like, somebody did something nice to me, and I didn't say thank you. So what I'm gonna do? I drove, I stopped, got out of my car, and looked at the car behind me and said thank you to them, got
No.
back in my car and just drove away. And then Greg was like, "Are you fucking okay? What are you doing?" So to these people, the guy at Tim Hortons, I just said thank you to him and drove away. And then the car behind me, I was thanking them. It's like
Amazing.
I was just just taunting everybody in this process.
Yeah.
And apparently you're supposed to also pay it forward.
Yeah.
What the
That's a
fuck
good
is that?
thing.
That's what if the person behind me orders like $20 worth of food and
That's kind of the risk. That's kind of the risk of the whole game,
that's
right?
kind of shitty. That the person in front of me only paid like $3 and that's it.
I agree.
And now I'm stuck with.
Hey, did you go back and get it?
I didn't. I was like, I'm not allowed.
No.
Like,
What?
I didn't go. I was so embarrassed. I was heated up that I felt like I'm not allowed to have coffee for 24 hours. I'm just not allowed.
The
That's
crazy thing that the guy in the drive-through is like, this guy wanted to pay for his coffee so bad, he's refusing to take his free coffee.
his dignity and pride. Thank
And
you,
laugh.
but none of these gestures here. All right, I'm a strong, independent black woman. I pay for my
Thank
own
you.
coffee.
Yeah, I don't need no charity or no man. And then he just
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
drove off.
Exactly. I just
Amazing.
I just was never used to somebody doing something nice like this. That my
Yeah.
whole psyche just like crumbled. Like somebody
I'm so
unplugged me from the
fair.
Matrix.
There's nothing better than watching you react to new stuff. There's nothing better. You know they have like those like it's like black guy listens to classic rock reaction videos. Who gives a fuck, man? Watch AJ Bates skip rocks and tell me you're not blown away. It's
Yeah.
so funny. Watch AJ get free coffee and see what happens to him.
You can really tell that I have a really narrow life experience with a lot of things.
Amazing. Dude, I can't wait to take you to Eastside Mario's.
I'd be like, what is this?
You're gonna literally shit when they bring out the free garlic
just
bread.
literally.
And they're like, when you see the bill and it's not on there, what it will do to your brain is so fucking funny.
I just disintegrate from like I just can't take I just turn into an old Italian lady. I can't help it. Like this culture is great. No man, it was just like really I was so embarrassed. I ruined an entire process because he's probably not the first person to pay for my
you could have you could have been breaking the chain and not even realize.
This could have been probably going on since 6 a.m. and I just ruined it.
If not the 90s, you never know. That's important. It might have been going. It's like a world record.
They're like, there's a Tim Hortons out there where people have been paying it forward since 1999. Fuck.
99. I mean, it's fucking Arab boy comes along.
This is why we don't let immigrants in.
We can't handle it. Knows nothing of our culture. Wasn't wearing a poppy, and it just fucked up.
Just doing everything.
Dude, it's so funny. I feel the worst for Greg because Greg's like, would have loved to have that coffee.
That's literally what Greg said, though. He was like, yeah, well, you know what? Now we both don't get to have coffee because you're too stupid to deal with life.
And you're so fragile. You couldn't just go back and be like, I'm an idiot.
I was so embarrassed.
Thank you. You're too embarrassed.
Because how do you go back into a drive-thru? Like,
you go back and you go, I'm an idiot. And the guy laughs and then you take your coffee.
I don't know. Do you back up into it or do you join the line? And
here is the problem. If the other person already moved up.
Well, that's what happened.
Yeah, then you are causing a real clusterfuck because you don't want to be like, no, go back. Go. You don't want to be turning around and being like, no, back up to the other car and then you back. Then maybe they listen and then you go back. No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, now I'm just a menace to society. Like I didn't pay it forward, nothing. I'm just horrible.
Oh yeah, no, you're a real problem, man.
It's an issue. Please, so anybody out there, don't pay for my order. I can't handle it.
Well, they don't know. You gotta tell them what you're driving. It's gonna be this whole thing now.
Just in general.
Yeah, just don't pay for anybody's coffee ever.
Oh my god! It was a horrible experience, and I was just really embarrassed. I was so embarrassed, especially because Greg was a part of a project that I asked him to be a part of, and he was like,
Hey,
"Oh,
do this whole thing with them.
yeah."
Yeah.
So he's like, "This guy that like apparently is in charge is like an idiot. Like, I don't know if I should trust him anymore."
Oh yeah, you just look like a complete lunatic now.
What about you? What have you been going and doing this weekend?
Just like I got the new car, and
Well,
that's been pretty
man,
exciting.
can I say it suits you very well? It's
The
beautiful.
black, you like the black
I
Honda
love
Civic?
it. I love it. It's beautiful.
I've always been a Civic man, and you know
Yeah,
that about
I
me.
know.
To
I love
move
the
up
I love
to
the
the 2012.
I know it's a I honestly I like the black better than
Oh,
the
the
bomb
color is
bath
great.
color that you had for your old car.
Nah, that fucking piece of trash. Let's not even talk about it. It's humiliating.
We don't need to.
No, I do love the color. I never thought that I'd be a guy who was like, the color matters, but once I saw the black one online, I was like, that actually does look nicer.
Yeah.
Got me excited about it. And then lower kilometers too.
Hmm.
And then like, mine by the end, mine was just like my old one was just trash. I had to roll it at a park with that hard reset and the fucking screwdriver and like, like the locks didn't work properly. I had to do it. And then did I tell you how the lock just broke in my
No, tell
car?
me.
The locking system.
No, tell
In
me.
my old car, the locking system just broke. I had to take it to a mechanic. He installed a new locking system. So I had to use two keys. I had to have a key to unlock the car, and then the original key that's designed to start the car.
Even banks don't have that many keys to get into them. Like
No, it was like this whole thing, and I
it's
had like, and my wife drives a Civic too, so I'd have her key on my keychain, and then two other Honda Civics keys. Looks like I own three cars.
or you work at what's
Or
it
a
called?
Civic dealership or something. Yeah,
It's too much. Like they feel like, and
ridiculous.
also with your hair and your beard, you look like a guy that likes collecting Civics too.
I look like a car guy,
Yeah, you look
right?
like a car guy for sure. So this
Uh,
one, so you got rid of this piece of shit. Though, by the way, the thing started going downhill with it once you just got that fender bender.
the fender
Like
bender for
that's
sure.
all it took
I
for the car to
I
fall
think part
apart.
of it is that like it was an older car and it did already have high kilometers,
True.
so the fender bender might have pushed it over the edge. But here's the rub.
Oh boy.
Um, it's a piece of shit, and I hate it and everything else. But you know what happened?
What?
I had to go because I'm dealing with this like younger guy. Oh fuck, I'll tell you about this shit too. I'm dealing with this younger guy to buy the car, right?
Okay.
And he goes, "Well, you got to get it serviced." I'm like, "Sure, I'll pay for the servicing." Never happens, but all right. So I pay for it, but when I go to the mechanics down the street, the one mechanic there is like, "What are you doing with your old Civic?" I go, "You want it?" And he goes, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. My sister's looking for something.
Okay.
He's buying it off me. We're actually closing the deal tomorrow. I'm bringing the papers to him tomorrow."
Okay.
Not that he's giving me a lot. Like I'm not really making
No,
anything off.
you're just
It
getting
was
rid of it.
that. It was that or take it to scrap. So it's easier to get rid of it on this guy, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
But so that's the one good thing about this is that I got rid of it quick. It's not like I have a bunch of cars in my driveway.
They all look
With
like
this
they.
fucking kid that I'm buying the car off of, all this stuff. So the day off, we're trying to close. Like, let's sign the papers. Let's, get the oils out. Let's do this whole thing. And the kid's going like, I'd really appreciate being paid in cash. And my wife and I are like, we can't pull out $7,000 in cash and not set off any fucking alarms. Like we're gonna get audited, and we can't do that.
No.
He's like, I'd really prefer cash. We're like, well, unfortunately, we don't sell cocaine, so we don't have $7,000 in cash just laying around. I'm like, And this kid's dad is helping him, like is clearly involved in stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is the dad not telling them like, oh, this isn't really how life works? Like there's a check or maybe e-transfer or whatever else, right?
Yeah, just every 24 hours you can send him like $3,000. So
Dude, and we get it to him by the end of the week or like, yeah, whatever, right?
pretty much. This is yeah, no, this is clearly like some shady stuff happening right now because
He wasn't sketchy. Like he was like a young. I just don't think he knew any better. He was just like this 20-year-old. He was going to McMaster. He seemed like a pretty normal guy, except for the like. I really prefer the cash thing. It's like, yeah, we'd all love to have the money right away, and you just roll around it or do whatever the fuck you want in your bedroom in your parents' house. But that's not really how the world works, man. So we eventually like told him, we're like, look, we're not going to be able to pull out $7,000 in cash. Like, are you going to take the check or not? And he was like, yeah, I'll take the check. Because at that point, I had already paid to get the car serviced. We
and
had
how
already
much did
put
it
it
cost
in
to
under my
service it?
insurance. Only 130, but still, it's like I paid for that. I'm leaving with the car.
Yeah, he needs to do
You know
that.
what I mean? I put money out. Either way, it all worked out. And obviously, like, it's not like we're not good for the money. But that is another thing that Katie and I were joking about is that he might have seen me and been like, this guy will fuck me over. You know what I mean? Because
Oh,
even when I took it for a test drive, and I guess like younger people in general are like maybe a little awkward.
yeah.
But even for someone who's young, I'm like, I think I make you nervous. I think you're a little sketched out by me. And you've heard
Yeah.
about guys being like killed through some Kijiji deal for a truck or like whatever else, and you think that like I might murder you in your
They
car.
yeah, they call you the cash grab murderer. Like you fool people, you come in
And
with cash because that's
that
how you
happened
pay.
to a guy in Hamilton. This is a few years ago.
Oh boy.
Kijiji, they killed him over his truck. It was two guys in
Jeez.
Hamilton killed this guy.
So you found this car over Kijiji?
It wasn't Kijiji. It was
No.
like it was fuck, was it Auto Trader? I think it was Auto Trader. But I'm just
Mm,
saying, like any kind of private seller. But yeah, in the case of that guy that got killed, I think it was
that's
over.
that's fucking yeah. That's but
That was
no.
years ago, but that did happen. Yeah.
Yeah, but now but like so now this is like a 2012 one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one you haven't smoked inside of it at all, and now you
No,
can
there's no smoke.
smoke
It's a
it.
smoke free car. And this kid for sure didn't smoke either.
Perfect. Why for sure?
Yeah. It's a clean car. Well, because I talked about how Katie had brought it up while I'm driving it. Because, like, I knew right away I wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
As soon as I felt how it drove and I got it serviced too, and they're like, even the mechanics were like, this car's in really good shape.
That's
And
good.
I was like, okay, cool. But so I knew I wanted it. And Katie was like, oh man, this will be the first car you ever had smoke free.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, that's true. I go, you don't smoke, do you? And I was like joking around. He goes, no, no, I don't smoke. And I'm like, smoke free. So yeah, so I knew.
I like this kid is like so he's so uncomfortable. I
He's
felt
so
it. I've
uncomfortable.
never met him
Like,
and I'm
you a
uncomfortable
smoker?
every time he talks.
Oh yeah. No, he kind of would. He would almost like every time I said something, he was like, I'm like, okay,
No,
man.
I don't want to. I don't smoke cigarettes at all. I just don't. I don't. I'm like, okay, just
Sure.
hey, so yes or no question. Relax. Now, was he scared? Was this like even after you cut your beard short? To
No,
yeah.
'cause I did this today. I cut the beard short today. I
See if
trimmed
you,
it because it does this fucking thing where like you've seen it where it like fucking cowlicks. It like curls. And I was like, well, I'm gonna cut the fucking curl off
yeah.
because I
Well,
hate
well now the cow's bald. It's oh god.
it. It's not that short. Come on, man. It's still a beard.
I honestly
But
didn't notice until you pointed it out.
I know, I know. Maybe I'm just like obsessive. That's the trick, really, is that like I'll know if it's too short because I'm gonna go visit Katie at work after this uh,
Oh.
for a minute, and I'll sit in my car when she comes in. If she says something without me prompting her, then I'll be like, okay, it's too short.
Now, here's my question to you now.
Like,
Here's my question
huh?
to you. Here's my question to you. If she doesn't notice, will you ever tell her?
No.
Whoa.
Listen to the podcast for a change. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know.
Support, Katie.
Support.
God damn it. Oh my god. Imagine like your wife. I feel like your wife would feel betrayed if you didn't tell her at all. Like if
No,
like
of course.
if you were
Of
like,
course
hey, you know, 2 weeks ago I cut my beard short. First, she would start questioning herself, how bad of a wife she is,
questioning
probably.
herself, then she'd be like, "Why aren't you telling me? If you're not telling me, then who are you doing this for?" I'd be like, "For me."
Do you think it? I didn't want it to be like this. This is not something.
No, yeah, I didn't want this at all. Look ridiculous.
Well, hopefully, it'll grow back. It won't be a problem. Nobody
I'll
will.
be fine.
Nobody will be the
I don't know.
wiser. Nobody will be the
I've
wiser.
literally been able to look at myself for the last fucking 40 minutes on this podcast, so I'm getting used to it already.
No,
But you
it's
know
fine.
when it happens at first,
Mhm.
and you're like, I look like a completely different person.
Yes.
You're
It's
just
it's that fear because like everything mega. Well, but you know what? Look at you, man. You're in great shape. The beard is short. You're not smoking. You're a stud. You're a stud.
I'm just trying to be a hot Toronto comic who lives in
Yeah,
Hamilton.
dude,
You know what I mean?
you're killing it.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
There's always, we all have a little bit of a hot Toronto comic inside of
I
us.
want to get so buff that I'm only allowed to work at the Comedy Corner. I think that's like. There was a while where they just had muscular comics. I was like, what's happening here?
That's very true, and the comedy really reflected it a lot.
Yes, it very much.
I'm like, somebody should have been Me Too'd here. I just don't know which one yet.
It's gonna be one of you. One of you are getting it.
I feel like there's a Me Too vibe going on here somehow. Too much testosterone going around.
Way too much testosterone.
There has to be a victim somehow.
I think the audience was the victim. That too mean. I can take those guys now, so I'll say whatever I want.
That's fine. As long as you just buy a drink to get inside to say those things. Otherwise, you're not allowed.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm cool with Joe.
Yeah, it's true. Joe is actually a really
sweet guy.
He's a sweetheart. But yeah, no. So now you've got the new car, and now you're gonna be able, because we're going back to gigs now. So you're probably gonna.
Yeah.
Have you done any shows this weekend?
Nothing this weekend, but I got a couple things lined up.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, I guess a couple, kind of spread out though.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What's going on this weekend? Is there anything that you're doing?
I am not doing stand-up at all. Like, I'm not. I've just been busy with this thing that I'm doing right now. It's like really it's just taking a top secret. It's taking up all my time.
Yeah.
I just I don't have. I'm not in the mental space right now to do stand-up.
That's fair. That's fine.
Yeah. No.
They're doing like spots on the 18th in KW for Sandy McFarland's show.
Nice.
And then I just got something, but it's in like July in Brampton. But plus, I have those shows at the end of June, early July in Michigan too.
Yes.
And then who knows? I'll probably reach out to some people. I got to get back in the fucking routine and
reaching out
to people. But I don't know what shows are like running. Like the one show I'm doing like next month in Brampton is going to be on a rooftop. I don't even know like where it is yet. So that's like what the new shows are going to be. It's not going to be like, oh, I'll reach out to Mike who runs shows at Emerson, or I'll reach out to Pat. It's going to be like, oh, this guy has a fucking, trailer you can stand out the back of and tell these jokes. I'm like, well, how do I contact that guy, I guess, and like do that? Or like, oh, did you hear about this patio? And I'm like, no, or this park. And like, so it's going to be tracking down all new stuff over the summer until we get back inside.
You know what? I never really thought about it, but you're absolutely right. The whole system has changed completely.
It's not going to be the venues It's going to be like reaching out to parks and like guys who run shit at band shells. And
very true. Yeah,
it's fine, but I'm just saying it's like I don't have the contacts. Otherwise, we'd be booking more already.
Yeah, no, it's a whole new system that we're all going to have to get to learn again. And just going from Yeah, I don't. I enjoy the outdoor stuff, to be honest. I just
They're
don't like.
fun. And we still got we got Marks.
Yes,
That's
is that when?
July.
When is that happening?
I think July.
I
It
see.
is. It's July.
Hmm.
I'm supposed to see him this week too, so I'll confirm
Oh, is
everything.
your
But yeah.
back? Was he touch,
Huh?
is he touching your back again?
No, no. He's got some protein stuff for me.
You know what your back reminds me of? You know that Minesweep game?
My back? Oh no, my background. Okay.
No, no, your back. The moles on your back. You touch a wrong one, it just
Oh
explodes.
man, I got this skin tag on my back, and there's this one shirt that if I wear it, it sticks out, and I'm like, I can't wear that shirt anymore.
Ah!
I know, isn't that disgusting?
Oh
No
my
one to tell me this.
god!
Isn't that nasty?
Ah!
I gotta remove these things, man. I gotta see a dermatologist, I think.
I don't know. I think
Oh,
you
I got
pissed.
a family doctor now.
You do?
Other big news,
Oh,
yeah.
well, I was gonna say, I think you pissed off a gypsy or something. That's why you have all these.
I did. I did. I could
But
outlift
now
her.
you, but now you, here's the thing. Now you and I have very, very somewhat different, or not really, actually similar paths in life. I'm surprised by all the new things that I do, but you're like doing all the adult stuff now. Getting a family doctor, just buying a
Well,
car.
I felt like I've never had a family doctor before, but it's like when we first moved to Hamilton, we were just hitting the ground running with all this different shit and just didn't have time. And then sometimes we'd still go back to London and see our guy. But our guy got older, he ended up retiring, and we just haven't found anybody. And then we saw a sign, kind of like not too far from your place on
That's how you want to get a doctor by looking up a sign.
It was like, we're accepting new patients. It was like, come to us. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to him and be like, a fucking dermatologist, look at my back.
He's like, oh my god, what the
He's
fuck?
like, put your shirt back on. We're in the lobby.
He's like,
I'm
you're a
like,
doctor. You're supposed to have seen it all.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't shudder when I say something.
Oh my
Point
god.
something out. You got to be like, okay.
He's still like, how? Yeah, I love like how the fact that you're. I would love to think that your doctor that got old at the end of his career was like prescribing like cancer medicine to like people that have a cold or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, he was right out to lunch by the end. He told me one. My old doctor was such a fucking weird guy. But he had really like an old school mentality about certain things. Because he'd ask me, he'd be like, any recreational drugs or drinking or anything like that. I'd be like, I smoke weed once in a while. Like I wouldn't say like I'm a pothead or anything like that, but like, maybe a few times a month or something.
Dabble, yeah.
And he'd say he's like, you should be really careful with that marijuana. And he goes, I know a young man. He would smoke marijuana, and then he ended up contracting schizophrenia. He had a mental breakdown. He goes, and he did cocaine once in a while. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't slough off the cocaine. And also, he probably just had schizophrenia, like in his
First of all,
in
the
his
fact.
family, or like, you know what
The,
I mean?
yeah, the fact that a doctor said he contracted schizophrenia, like it's something that you can. It's
He
like
might not have, like, okay, I might have messed up the wording.
he can take an
I'm not a
antibiotic
doctor,
for it.
but you know what I'm saying. Like, he was like, he got
I mean,
schizophrenia now.
I hope he said he contracted schizophrenia because that would
Maybe,
be hilarious to me.
maybe he did. No,
But
but he was pretty much telling you about this guy who's got schizophrenia. And there is some truth to it that between 18 and 25, males are more common to show signs or have schizophrenia. It's the most common in like when it first starts showing, anyways, in males 18 to 25.
okay.
And there is some truth to like marijuana. None like I wouldn't say triggering, but definitely not helping people
Yes.
with that mental health
Yeah.
condition.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he made it seem like, yeah, if you smoke too much weed, you could just get schizophrenia, and that's not like very much not true. It's like hereditary, The guy clearly probably had a family history of mental health that you're leaving out of this conversation right now. And also, don't brush off the cocaine thing. Like nobody's ever had a mental break from cocaine.
Yeah. He
Way
smoked
more
weed.
likely,
Say again.
it's way more likely that you could do too much cocaine or do bad cocaine and and be fucked mentally for the rest of your life.
So all it takes is like something that has like too much fentanyl in it or something like that to like fuck you up real
It
bad.
could fuck up your mind forever. There's this guy I knew. I
Oh
didn't really
boy.
know him well,
Oh boy.
but he worked at the Forest City Art Gallery, and like I'd watch like indie bands there sometimes, or like look at the art and shit like that in London. And the guy was kind of like a douche. The guy was kind of like a pretentious douchebag. But I knew this girl that knew him, and he just wasn't working there anymore. He was like just like done being posh or not being there, and I was just kind of like good riddance. But then I found out that he had done like some bad cocaine and is like literally like in a psych ward.
Oh
So I don't know
no.
if like it probably wasn't. I'm sure it wasn't pure cocaine, but he did something, and it was just like, brr, and it just like, and again, he might have had a history of mental health in his family too. But that is a guy I know. I'm kind of sounding like my old doctor now.
No, I was
I
I was gonna say like I don't think this is like medical talk. This is like you're talking shop right now. You and your doctor. That's why you guys use the term.
Well, I didn't tell my doctor about Forest City.
But I'm sure if you did, this is literally this is the exchange of ideas you guys would be having.
Oh yeah. My doctor would probably be like, "What's his name?" I probably know him.
Yeah,
And
I agree with you.
about
You'd say terms you'd use terms like he caught something. You know, instead
Yeah,
of like
I know this guy who cut the schizophrenia from cocaine.
all the medical jargon just goes out the window.
Oh yeah.
She's got cooties.
We got cooties from sharing a fucking cocaine straw with this girl.
I've never done cocaine, and I just feel like I am not the kind of person
No,
that
you
would
don't
work.
want to be on. Nobody should be on cocaine, man.
It's just in
Nobody
general.
should. Cocaine's such a dumb drug.
It's
Cocaine.
stupid.
Hey, you want to know what cocaine is like?
Tell me.
Crave something that does nothing for you every half an hour. That's cocaine.
So you're talking like when you're addicted to it? You're talking
Like you do it and then it wears off so quick, you just jones for it right away. It turns people into the creepiest people. Everybody thinks they're interesting. Nobody is. They're all just looking at the pile of cocaine. It made my one friend schizophrenic.
He caught it.
He caught the schizophrenia.
I don't want to know. I want to know if I'm this close to schizophrenia. I think my brain.
You're always teetering on schizophrenia, I feel. So
I don't even need to have like cocaine. I'll just like a baby aspirin. If I still
trigger you, yeah,
I still want a baby aspirin. I might just like
you're fucked.
I'm fucked. I don't think cocaine.
Yeah, you're not missing anything with cocaine. Cocaine's such a.
Well, you know what says you, Jason. I think I'm gonna give it a shot.
You're right. You know what? I'm probably not the best guy to talk to.
I want to do, but I do want to do mushrooms.
My old doctor who doesn't think cocaine. That's who you should be talking to.
Dr. Casual MD over there. Like, fucking, I want to talk to him and see what he says.
Dr. Rock and Roll. Dr. Feelgood.
Dr. Feelgood. So, fuck, I was gonna say something. Well, either way, right now we're at 45 minutes. So actually 47 minutes. So do you want us to go into the question?
We didn't get emails.
We didn't get an email this week?
I looked briefly, but I think our internet troll is like literally.
Our troll got tired.
Maybe we were too mean to him.
I think so. I think we were kind of like slapping him left and right mentally.
Well, he's such a douche.
He deserves it.
We got nothing.
Good riddance.
If anybody does want to email us, you can email us at insearchofzenpodcast@outlook.com. Outlook, the podcast of the next generation.
Thank you, Outlook.
Yeah, no luck.
No, that's fine. That's good riddance for him, and I think everybody we'll both feel better. We'll stop fighting after the podcast is over.
It's true. Yeah.
You know?
Maybe we'll come up with some real doozies next time. Now that we're talking
But
shit.
you know, like in spirit though, even though we're not actually like in person, I'm still trying
Yeah,
to.
you have a Diet Coke with you.
I'm
Good.
keeping the tradition alive. You know, you get protein. I think I should be getting Diet Coke from somebody. I don't know who it
Yeah,
is.
somebody should sponsor AJ with Diet Coke, or maybe send him a free coffee and see if he doesn't run away. You know, you're so fucked. That's the funniest shit I heard in a while. That was great.
I
We gotta get to Eastside Mario's, man. We gotta show you that world.
I want to go to East Side Mario's. I also, you know what? I've been. What other place am I really dying to go to? I think I want to go to a Kelsey's. I've never been to a
Oh,
Kelsey's,
you never
so
been to Kelsey's?
I've
Katie and I
never.
used to go to Kelsey's all the time.
Yes,
It was like our thing,
a true Romeo and Juliet, both of you.
you know? We're just fancy people.
You're just.
We would go, and there was this girl that we used to work with at the Salvation Army because we all worked like frontline, like social service work stuff.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, you're welcome, homeless people. I know you're watching because you're always online. JK.
Just throw the word homeless people. Just you know,
Yo, where are my hobos at?
just throw part of your job description out there. Homeless
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
That's like me saying. That's like me saying laptops. You know, it's just.
Yeah, there you go. That's all you need.
Just-
This girl Megan used to work at Kelsey's, and she'd see us. She worked at with us at the Salvation Army, but she also worked at Kelsey's. And then we'd see her there, and then she got into real estate, and then she recommended us to her. Recommended a friend to us, and her friend was the one who found us this house.
From that's from you guys going to Kelsey all the time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Kelsey's can do for you.
You see,
So, you know, you eat some quesadillas. Next thing you know, you're a homeowner. So think about it, man.
I don't
Cal-
think I can emotionally handle that change of events. You
It's
know,
a lot. It's a lot. It's a
on
lot
on
for
one end,
sure.
you're trying to figure out what appetizer to share, and all of a sudden now you're picking what paint to.
Suddenly, like, yeah, you're signing a mortgage, and you're like, fuck, man,
This quesadilla is expensive, I guess.
real pricey, real fucking pricey. Yeah, but the thing about like Eastside Mario's is that like you'll get like all this free garlic bread and salad, and then you'll be so full, and then you'll eat the worst pasta you've ever had in your entire life. Doug and I were talking about it. Like you're pretty much like on par with like a Michelina's, microwave dinner, and you're like, okay, I
This
guess I ate enough bread that I'm okay with this.
I love like
That's Eastside
in
Mario's.
this podcast, like the last 15 minutes, you brought up going to Eastside Mario's like 3 times. You are dying to go to it so badly. You
No,
want
I just want to let you know I'm dying to watch you experience something new.
I think
Hey,
I would
I
be
can take or leave
no, no, no.
Eastside Mario's. You think I've never been to an Eastside Mario's?
No, I know.
Grow up.
I know.
I've been to
man.
plenty.
Your last name's Copina. You sure have been to
No, that's top secret. My last name's Alan now. Just disregard the fact that I'm 12 feet taller than my father. My last name's Alan. Born and raised. Raised.
we'll edit that out.
No, I don't care.
Okay, good.
He knows. He knows he's not my real dad.
I don't know
He
anymore.
met me when I was 2. Like he's very aware. He's very
I
aware
love
that he's
that
not my
so
biological father.
I love the idea that the father is the one that is like, what? You're
What do you mean not mine? Is
Dude,
that why you're taller than me? I'm like, that's one of the reasons.
part
Yeah.
of it. Also, the
That's
fact that
definitely
you were
part of
when we met, I was already alive. That's another thing. It's a good indicator. Oh my god. No, I honestly think that it would be. I've never been to a place where you can have free garlic bread. Like, dude, giving out free garlic bread? Are you fucking fucked? Like
It
that
seems
is
great to me. Yeah.
that is
bread.
like that's a luxury, man.
Yeah, bread. Well, it's the same with you. Ever been to a Red Lobster?
No, never actually.
Like the Beyonce song. If you fuck me right, I'm gonna take his ass to Red Lobster.
Well, thank you, Beyonce. Fucking this dick is either the keg or anything up there.
You didn't fuck Beyonce right, I guess.
I wish I could.
Uh,
I wish I could just fuck her, like in the right or wrong.
sure. I don't need to do it right. I just need to do it.
Yeah, she doesn't need to like enjoy it as long as I'm having
I don't
fun.
need the Red Lobster. But
No.
no, the thing about Red Lobster is they have these like cheese biscuits that are so good, and those are free. Those are on the house. You get the endless shrimp, but they'll keep bringing those out. And you can be rude about it too. Like not rude, but you can like insist. Like if you're out, you can be like, "I'd love another one of those biscuits" when you have a chance, and they're like, "Oh yes, right away," and they'll go get them for you.
What am I paying taxes for? More biscuits, please.
More biscuits, please.
I
The
just
king needs his biscuits, and then they go, "Yes, of course," and you're doing this.
you're a disgusting animal. You haven't even finished the one in your mouth.
Just yeah.
That to
Very
me
cool.
sounds like a problem. Like that's like a recipe for getting fat as fuck.
Oh yeah, no, it's not good. You don't go to
I would.
these restaurants and be like, I'm calorie counting right now. No, anywhere that's got like endless shrimp or endless garlic bread or endless, you know what I mean? Anything with endless in it, you're
Yes.
not on a diet. You know
No,
what
you're
I
not.
mean?
No. No,
You're just going through
but endless
life.
shrimp, that's expensive. Like how much money does this fucking thing make? The Red Lobster
Red
biscuit.
Lobster is a little bit more expensive, but not
Okay.
like outlandish.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
we have quite a lot to do, my friend, this summer. So we will be able
Oh,
to
absolutely.
we'll be able to cover some ground. We need to I need to get me some garlic, endless garlic.
We need to get you endless garlic bread, and you've never been to a Red Lobster either. You're saying you like
And
seafood though, right?
love seafood.
Yeah, see, same. Katie doesn't like it at all. When we went out to
Not
LA
good.
together, we stayed with our friend Sarah and her boyfriend at the time, Mike, and he's from the East Coast. We bought these lobsters. He showed me how to like steam them and like deshell them and do all this shit. We gave Katie a bite. She's like, "Nah, I can't do it. It was
You
just more
know,
lobster."
you
Mike,
know
but
what's the most upsetting thing about that story is that your friend broke up with somebody that knows how to cook lobster that well.
well, she's dating somebody else from the East Coast now, and I'm sure it's like a law that they all know how to do it. So I'm sure, you know what I mean? Like meeting a man on the East Coast who's like, I know how to steam and deshell up. I'm like, buddy, get in line. Every guy does. You know what I mean?
That's John, that's Sean, they're
You
all
know what I mean? They all know. It's like going up north and having a guy be like, I fish. It's like, yeah, every guy up north fishes. Like you're
yeah,
not blowing anybody's mind.
we hate natives. They're like, yeah, everybody up north
Yeah, everybody
does.
up north does. You're
You're
all
not
bad.
you're not
You don't have to
unique.
brag about it.
Good.
Yeah.
You do. I've been to Thunder Bay. It's fucking horrible. Like I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great place to go do
You
comedy
posted.
in. Yeah, great place to do comedy in, but horrible to live in. Would not want to be there.
No, unbearable.
No.
Did you go in the winter too? I went in the winter. I got
I
booked in
was there in
like 3 years
January.
in a row.
Was,
Yeah.
was not
Dang.
fun. It was not fun.
This club owner would always book me for the New Year's weekend. He'd always book me for the New Year's weekend because he thought it was funny that like Jesus came just after Christmas. It was like his little joke. 3 years in a row, I did fucking winter in Thunder Bay. A nightmare.
I love.
We were like, after the gig, because this is a small town thing, we were all headed to the Boston Pizza because that's like where they hang out. That's like the happening spot. you know?
How have you not shot yourself in the face after doing those fucking things?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, look, there's lots of small towns that you do, and after the show, they're gonna take you to a Boston Pizza.
It's just gonna happen.
It's just gonna happen. You're gonna end up at a Boston Pizza, and you kind of just have to accept it. You just have to be like, I'm a Boston Pizza guy now.
And you're just gonna go
And you
order
know.
a Thanksgiving pizza over there.
I'm gonna order a Thanksgiving pizza, and I'm gonna talk to this guy about how the show went, and that's gonna be my night. But yeah, one time we were going to the Boston Pizza, and it was so cold out. His tire just popped, and I'm like, "Did you hit something?" And he goes, "No." He goes, "Sometimes if it gets below 40, or below minus 40, your tire will just pop.
You just
It's
because
just
of
the
how
pressure,
it's like
the
solid.
pressure. It just can't handle it." But the thing is, there's so many guys out there, and it is like a smaller northern city that I literally a guy was passing him, saw it happen to him, and helped him out like
So
right away. So it's
yeah,
not like we were stranded up there. So there is that also that small town mentality of like, oh, this dude's fucked. I got tools. Let's take care of it right away.
yeah. If somebody does that to me, I'll just drive them over. I'll just run them over. I'm like, I'm
You don't
not.
trust anybody. If anybody offers you any kind of goodwill,
I'll be
because you're a
confused.
city boy. People give you free coffee, you speed off without taking it.
Exactly. Like, what are you doing? What are you? We can't.
Yeah. DTA. That's his knuckle tattoos. Don't trust anybody, baby.
I wanted.
He's got DTA and FTW. So show him. I'm gonna write that on your hands next time we do it.
Yeah, that's hair. That's hair knuckle. That's hair knuckle. Yeah. I wanted to like ask you like, so the guy that books you, he books you because he thinks it's funny because you're Jesus.
Right.
Now I really hope that even though that's the joke he's going for, he doesn't tell anybody that that's the joke.
He
And
wouldn't.
So that is psychotic and so funny at the same time.
It was like it's funny to him because here's the thing: he would intro me. He would he'd never make jokes. He didn't make any jokes about my appearance as he brought me up onto the stage. He'd just be like, because he always hosted.
Yeah.
Or maybe he'd make jokes about it. If so, it was like, it almost doesn't make sense for guys to make fun of your appearance before you've gotten to the stage.
Yeah, because they don't know they don't know what you look like.
I've had hosts do that and it never works.
It's so stupid. It's like, oh,
they haven't seen me yet.
It's a dark room, dummy. Nobody can see your face.
They're not gonna know what you're taught. They're gonna be like, I guess I'll take your word that this guy looks like that thing. I don't fucking know.
And after we see him on stage, we'll let you know how close you were.
Like, yeah, but by then they're not laughing.
No.
The moment's gone. They've clapped for me, like a whole other thing has happened.
But I love how like he brings you up to Thunder Bay in January. It's -40 for a joke that he doesn't tell anybody at all.
He just I think maybe he shared it with his wife and kids, who kind of like helped him run the club.
And they're like, "Yeah, Dad, go with it."
They're like, "Yeah, very good, Dad. Like we've met him. It's the third year in a row. We're gonna see him.
He brings you into his family to see like.
Oh, they're very nice people.
No, I know. No, I know, but he's like,
very happy to go to Boston Pizza with
us. You guys see too. You guys see too.
He's like, look at this guy.
Come on.
Right after Christmas.
Oh yeah, he points at the tree. He's like, come on, Christmas, him here at the same room.
He's like, yeah, we get it, Dad.
We totally understand.
Dad, that's Jason. We've hung out with him 3 New Years in a row.
It stopped being funny.
It's not funny anymore. He's like, come on.
He's insisting on it. The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. Hey, he kept giving me work. I got like 3.
Oh hell yeah.
3 years in a row of
hell yeah.
On New Year's. I can't hate on the guy.
No, you can't complain. It's work, man. It's work.
Yeah, for sure. It was good. I hope he's doing all right through all of this.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him in a while.
No. I'll tell you if I get anything around Christmas or just after. I'll let you know.
Yeah, he ain't laughing no more. I'll tell you that much. All right, well, we're at the hour mark. I think people are sick of our voices by now. So
yeah.
You wanna plug anything coming up? I know you mentioned some, but just want to plug them again.
I'm so fucking unorganized. Where's Sandy's show? The Crazy Canuck.
Yes.
That's it. Doug and I will be at the Crazy Canuck. Doug Koning and I will be at Crazy Canuck. June 18th.
Yes.
June 18th with Juliana Rodriguez and Chris Robinson. It's a really tight show. I think Ben McKay's doing a spot on one of the shows too. Wow. It's an early and a late. I'm pretty sure Doug and I are just doing the early one.
So he's doing 2 shows a night.
7 and 9.
That's great.
And then he's got a whole different lineup. The next day, it's like Rob Pugh, Patrick Hakeem, Jarrett Campbell. But
there you go.
Come on the 18th.
No. Screw that. Come to the 18th.
I want to see me, Doug, Juliana, Chris, Ben McKay.
It's a great lineup. It's going to be great. I definitely encourage everybody to go see every comic that's on this lineup. Is
And I think
tremendously.
I'll be headlining it again sometime in or Doug and I will both like be doing like the headline and feature spot next month in July sometime. We still gotta sort
Oh,
of details. That's all I don't know why I'm promoting this. I have
well,
no details
you know
about
what?
it.
Quit bragging. Yeah, that's all I have to say. But other than that, I'm very happy for you that you're actually going back out
Those
there.
backyard shows, we're doing it, baby.
It'll
Well,
be
we're doing Mark's. I'll get the date for that and we'll plug it on the next
hell
podcast.
yeah, hell yeah. So anyway, so look up, look all over, look. I can't say it. All right, I got it. I'm gonna try it
Either
again.
way, Crazy Canuck is running shows every weekend now, so just check out the Crazy Canuck in Waterloo.
Yes, it's a
And
great place
both
owned by
places,
great
it's a great
people.
place. Yeah,
It's owned by great people. It's
it's
awesome.
such a
I
nice
definitely
time.
I recommend everybody to go there, check out the shows,
That
follow
pizza too. Oh my god. You ever
what?
had the pizza? You ever had their pizza?
No, I haven't. No,
Crazy Canuck? Oh,
it just
dude.
makes you wanna.
Oh, you just
It
dance.
just
I'm big on food now, man, because I don't smoke anymore. And you work out, so you just get bigger. You're hungrier all the time. I need a fucking full pizza. I'm good.
you need a food partner and a dancing partner
Oh
too.
yeah, Doug and I are gonna dance all the way to that pizza. Doug
I would
gets
love
food,
I
so
would love to
we'll
jerk off to that someday.
you're gonna.
I hope so.
You too.
All right. Well, follow Jason to for the dates. Follow myself for also some dates are coming up too soon. I miss you, buddy.
Too, man.
I'm used to doing this on person.
I know.
Next
I'll get.
week next yeah.
I'm gonna drop off a coffee to your front doorstep, so don't panic.
Please do.
Before I go visit Katie at work, I'll bring you a coffee.
Please do. I miss your touch. I'll try it'll be
You
good
can get
training.
it.
It'll be
You
good
can get
training
that
for me.
touch.
It'll be good training for me. All right, folks. We appreciate
Right,
you
buddy.
guys listening. Let's check in the next week, and that's it for us.
Thanks.
Bye.
I'm getting out